Okay, good morning, students. Hello.
Morning, Miss.
Yes, how are you?
Morning, Miss.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay,
How about
good.
you?
I'm fine, thank you. So, Fatia and Fikria, how are you?
I'm fine, Miss.
I'm great,
Good.
Miss. Thank you.
Okay.
And how about you?
Alhamdulillah. So, I hope you're in a good condition. So, Alhamdulillah, we can attend our class today, even though this still online. So today's meetings, we're going to talk about one of the texts. So the learning objective after you attend this class is I want you to be able to know about the purpose, the characteristic, and the structure of this text. The second, I want you to know the social functions, and you can be able to write and differ which one is the text. So before we start our meeting, I want you to prepare a pen and the paper. Have you prepared your pen and the paper or some
I
books? I
have,
think.
Miss.
Yes, good, Fatia.
Miss.
Okay, so far good. So Fikria, have you prepared?
No, Miss, not yet.
Yes. Please prepare it first. Okay, so before we start our learning, I want you. I want to ask. I want to ask you one question. The first. Okay, what? Oh, wait. Okay, the first. How many kind of the text that you know? Anyone can mention?
Miss,
Okay, Sofa, go ahead.
yes. There are four kind of text. The first one is narrative text. The second one is report text. Third one is descriptive text, and then the last one is procedure text.
First,
That's all, Miss.
okay, thank you. So, others, can you add the kind of text?
I am, Miss.
Okay, Fatia.
I think there is the recount text,
Recount, yes.
argumentative text,
Argumentative, then
narrative text.
narrative. Okay, good. So, from that you mentioned about the narrative, then recount, so descriptive, procedures, and others. So we're going to talk about one of these texts that you have mentioned. So please, I will give you two examples of the text. So anyone, can you see?
Yes, I do, Miss.
Yes, Miss.
Okay. So Fatia, can you read the title?
Yes, the title is Borobudur Temple.
Borobudur Temple. So Fikria, what can you see from the picture?
I can see the picture Borobudur Temple, many temple.
Okay. So who wants to be the volunteer to read the first paragraph?
Me, Miss, can I?
Okay, go ahead, Safa.
Okay, thank you, Miss. Borobudur Temple. Borobudur is a Buddhist temple. It was built in the 9th century under Sailendra dynasty of ancient Mataram Kingdom. Borobudur is located in Magelang, Central Java, Indonesia. Before I continue my reading, Miss, I want to ask should I read the whole text or just some of the paragraph?
No. You just can read one paragraph. So thank you, Sofa, for reading.
Thank you,
So
Miss.
from the first paragraph, what this paragraph tell you about?
It's about describe the Borobudur.
Okay, good.
Borobudur.
If we look to this text, there's some information that mention about the Borobudur temple, right? It's like when the Borobudur is built, then the location of Borobudur, right? So the
Yes, ma'am.
second paragraph, who wants to read? Fatia, can you?
Yes, Miss.
Okay.
Borobudur is well known all over the world. Its construction and is influenced by the Gupta architecture of India. The temple is constructed on a hill 46 meter high and consists of 8 steps like stone terrax. What is it, Miss? How to read, Miss?
Oh, which one?
Like stone and
Stone Terak. The first five
The first 5 terrace are square and surrounded by walls underneath with Buddhist
this
sculpture,
with Buddhist sculpture and
bas
basket.
reliefs. The upper three are circular. Each of them is with a circle of bell-shaped stupa. The entire upper structure is crowned by a large stupa at the center of the top circle. The way to the summit extends through some 4.8 kilometers of passage and stairways.
Okay, good. So, what the second paragraph is tell you about? So, if we look this, the second sentence, construction is influenced by the Gupta architecture of India. So, this means the Borobudur was influenced by the Gupta in India. So, what else? The information can you get from this, from the second paragraph?
The second paragraph is also tells about the construction of the temple, Miss.
Yes.
Like the
It's
meters and then the steps
good.
of its stone. That's all.
Okay, so now the third paragraph. Please, Fikria, can you read it for me, for us?
Yes. The design of Borobudur symbolizes the conception of the universe in Buddhist cosmology. It is believed that the universe is divided into 3 spiritual spheres, Kamadhatu, Rupadhatu, and Arupadhatu. The first spheres, Kamadhatu, represent respectively the sphere of desires where we are bound to our desire. The second spheres, Rupadhatu, represent forms where we abound our desire but are still bound to name and form. And the last pair, Arupadhatu, represents formlessness where there is no longer either name or form. Borobudur Temple, which is dedicated as an Indonesian monument in 1980, Tea tree is a valuable treasure for Indonesian people. With its many magnificent size and architecture, no wonder that Borobudur Temple includes seven wonders of the world.
Okay, thank you. So, what the last paragraph is it tells you about? So,
Can I answer the question, Miss?
yes, sure.
So in my point of view, the third paragraph tells more about the Borobudur temples that is the symbol of the Borobudur
Good.
construction, and then the what is that? The meaning of each symbol, and then the value, and the last is the status of the Borobudur itself. That is the temples include seven wonders of the world. One of the seven wonders of the world.
Okay. Okay, good. So, if we look back to all this paragraph, we can know that Borobudur is the Buddhist temples that built in the 9th century and located in Magelang, sorry. So this tells about the general informations of the Borobudur, right?
Yes, Miss.
Yes,
Right.
Miss.
So the second and the third paragraph is tells about what
The
it tells about
symbol of
the
the
symbol,
Borobudur
so
temple.
the constructor influence, then the concept, right? So it tells about the specific informations, right?
Yes,
Yes,
Miss.
Do you get the point?
Yes, I do,
Yes,
Miss.
Miss.
yes,
Yes, good.
Miss.
So let's take to the second text. Okay, anyone who do you see it? Do you guys see?
Yes, I can see it,
Yes,
Miss.
Miss.
Yes.
I
Okay.
can
Do you want to be the volunteer for read this text?
I am Miss. I wanna
Okay.
try.
Okay, Fatia, go ahead.
The title is Kitten. My mother bought me a present I have wanted for years. It's a cat, a kitten to be exact. I called her Ninis. Ninis is a small kitten. His size is as big as the palm of my hand.
Nice.
Ninis is so fragile. Sometimes I afraid I will hurt her if I want to take her up. Mom said he found Rose near our house, crying looking for his mom. But Mom can't see her. So Mom decides to bring her home and give her some comfort. Rose is a good eater. She always finished everything we gave her. Now it's been a year since Minnie's come to our family. His small body has grown up into a size of a football. Ninis is a good cat and we love her so much. Thank you, Miss.
Okay, thank you, Fatia. So this text is tell about my little kitten. So my little kitten that my mom brought me a present that I have one for years. So what is the informations that you get from this text?
I think about descriptive text, Miss.
Well, why you can mention this text is about the descriptive text because, but just now I just asked you about that the informations that you get from this text.
Or the information is tell if the kitten, the
Right?
little kitten is have a big size
Uh,
and
nice. Okay. It tells about the size. Then
And I don't know, Miss.
okay, the others.
Me, Miss. I
Okay,
want to
so far.
try. Okay, so I think this text tells about where uh where is the little kitten from, and then where who give the first one is um, the reason why this little kitten exists, and
Okay.
then the physical appearance of the kitten, and then the characteristic of this kitten, and there's also the opinion or the feeling of the owner of its kitten. That's all,
Okay,
Miss.
good. So probably this text is tells about the kitten was called Ninis, right? So you can know that Ninis is a small and his size about his size, then his characteristic. I think it's not Rose but Ninis, right? I'm sorry for the false. And Ninis is a good eater. Then Sivini, so it tells the family is love her so much, right? So what the ideas or what we can conclude of these two texts. So are you have any idea that's what we going to learn today? What kind of the text that we will learn today? Do you guys have any idea?
I think
Um,
descriptive text.
Okay,
yes,
why,
I
Descriptive
Fikria?
think
text,
we
Miss.
can.
Why you guys can mention that we were going to learn about descriptive text?
Because the text is give the information, the specific information.
It describe, yes,
Oh,
about the
describe the
about.
information.
Okay,
Yes, we
good.
describe a particular thing.
Okay, good. Okay, so yes, today we're going to learn about descriptive text. So,
Wow, I'm so excited.
so today lessons there's three contents that we will study. The first is what is descriptive text. The second is the generic structure of descriptive text, and the third is about the characteristic of the descriptive text. So the first, what is descriptive text? So the descriptive
Can I?
text, the descriptive text is the text which describes a particular person, things, place, or you can add some animals too. So it's like the descriptive, like the descriptions about some things, right? So what is the purpose of descriptive text? If you look to this definition, so what is the purpose of the descriptive text?
To give the information to reader about the place, the thing, and the person
Okay,
that
good.
describes.
So the point is the descriptive text is to describe. Okay, so this next is we're going to talk about the generic structures. As we look at the two examples that I give you before, there's two specific information that you can find about the structure. The first is about the identifications. Now, in identification, it contains about the general information of the person, things, or place, or the animals that we talk about. So the next is about the descriptions. In the descriptions, it contains about the specific specific information or the specific feature of the person, the things, or the place, such as the colors, the form, the height, the size that you have to read before, right? So what in the first example of the text, if you still remember, what are the general informations or the identification that you find? The first text.
Can you, I'm sorry, Miss, can you,
Okay, wait.
can you say the question again, please? Can you repeat again the question,
Okay.
please?
The question is about what did you find, or what the general informations, what the general information that you find in the first example of the text that I give you before about the Borobudur temple. Do you still remember what is the identification of it?
Yes, I still remember about the information, but I can make sure where's the what's the general point of the. I still have not decided about it, Miss.
Okay, but if we look back to the first example, we can find when the Borobudur temple was built and the locations. That's two the general information that that decide that give you the identification of the text. So if you look back to the second paragraph and the third paragraph is about the specific information. It's like the height, right? So the influence by, so the Borobudur temple is tells you about. So in the last sentence, in the last paragraph, the third paragraph, there's the written that Borobudur is entered to the seven amazing world, right? Do you still remember?
Yes, I still remember about it.
Yes. So it's called the descriptions that contains about the specific informations. Okay. Do you have, so until here, do you have any questions?
So, Miss, it can be concluded that the identification of the general points are always in the beginning of the paragraph, like first and the second paragraph, and then the last paragraph is always about the specific information. Is it?
It's always be like that. Descriptive text is always be like the identification, then the descriptions.
Oh, okay, I see.
Okay,
Thank you,
so if
Miss.
you, yes, if you look at the first paragraph of the first sentence, is maybe that will be conclude that the identifications. So the second paragraph or the third paragraph, that will be the description of the specific features of the text. Okay, do you get the point,
Understand.
guys?
Yes, I do,
Yes.
Miss.
Okay,
Hopefully.
good. So the next, we're going to talk about the characteristic. Now, if you look back to the two examples that I give, you always find the noun as the specific participants. Is Borobudur is a noun? Is
Yes,
Borobudur
Miss.
is a
I
noun?
think
Yeah.
Borobudur is a noun.
Yes. So the noun is the specific participants of the text, because the Borobudur as a noun, it described in the text. Do you get the point? Yes.
Yes.
So the second, in the descriptive text, they always use adjective, right? Like his size, then his color, like good, then small, tall. So the next is about the action verb. It's like sleep, run, eat. Then in the descriptive text, they always using a simple present because it described in that times. It's not like the Borobudur or the My Little Kitten because sometimes they use the past, simple past. But if in the descriptive text, we can always find that they're using the simple present. So the last is about the figurative language. It's like in the second text that we find that his size is as big as a palm of my hands. It's like the figurative language to imagine, right? To imagine the things, the nouns about, like he looks, his dress is like the princess gown, so his look like the Prince Harry, something like that. To figure out or to imagine. Okay, so until here, do you have any question, guys?
I have a question, Miss.
Okay, good.
So are those characteristics must always existed on the descriptive text, Miss? Like the whole of the characteristics.
Okay, I think not all the characteristics is accessed in the descriptive text, but sometimes they always have like the noun as the specific participants, so adjective that's always being conclude, the actions, verb, and the simple present, but the figurative is additional.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, Miss. Thank
Okay.
you.
So where is Fatia? I think she lost her connection. Okay, right, Fatia. So, Fikria, do you have any question?
Not yet, Miss.
Okay. So the next is about, okay, identify or which one is the descriptive text that choose between these two texts. Okay, which one? The descriptive text?
I am Miss. I wanna
Okay,
answer.
Fatia. Okay, go ahead. Which one?
I think they are
They are.
about they are.
Okay,
Yes.
why? Why?
Because it tells if they are has long hair and she is not fat and diligent and kind. It's described about their.
It is
So
good.
it is
Okay. Okay, so that's right. There is the descriptive text. So if we look at to this text, there is a very good and helpful students. So what is the structure about this? There is the very good and helpful student.
Using adjective, Miss.
So adjective. Where is the adjective?
Good and helpful.
Okay, so the generic structure. What is the generic structure? In the first sentence?
Identification.
Identifications. Good. Because
It's identified that is the noun of the text.
okay, because it contains about the general information from there. Okay, she is in year 7 at Mondial Lower Secondary School. Her teacher is very proud of her because she is very good in mathematics, English, and science. So, what is identified about? Very good in mathematics, English, and science. What this identifications? What this tell you about?
It tells about the background of there, like the school's background of her.
It tells about her intelligence, right?
Oh, okay, yes.
Yes. So her friends often ask for her help to solve math problems. All her friends and teachers like her. No, she is 13 years old. So she is 13 years old. It tells about the information about her.
Her age.
Okay, good. She is tall. Her hair is long. She is not fat. What is identification about? What is specific information that's gave you? She is tall.
Physical appearance.
Yes, it's about.
Her looks.
That's good. So she is diligent and kind. She is diligent and kind. What this tells about?
It tells about the characteristic
The
of her.
characteristic or the personality, right? She likes reading stories, cycling, and playing badminton. This tells about?
Is tell hobbies.
Yes, good. So so this she is in a year until the playing badminton is what the generic structure of it.
I forgot, Miss, but the point is it's not the identification. What's the name?
Yes. And others what? Can you help your friend, others?
I want to try.
Yes.
I think the first is general information, and the second is specific information.
What it calls that contains the specific information it calls?
It's called I forget, Miss.
Okay, it called the
Description.
Yes, that's right. So how many generic structure in descriptive text?
There are two.
There are
Miss.
two.
Yes, the first.
The first is identification.
Okay, the second is.
The second is description.
Okay, good. So I think you have get the point, right? So the next slide is about awesome word. So what have you write the awesome word that you find before? Can you mention it?
Yes, I can, Miss.
Okay. What kind of the new word that you learned?
So the first one is what is that? I think I will start from the second text that is helpful, and then intelligent, kind, and that's all, Miss.
Okay, good, Safa. That's the new word that you learned, right? So others who want to share?
I am Miss.
Okay, Fatia.
I have new vocabulary from this learning. That's like phrasal and terrace.
Yes, good. So Fikria, how about you?
Yes, Miss. The new vocabulary is stupa, diligent, and then
Yes.
diligent, and then kind, and then shape, and then yeah.
Okay, good, everyone. So I think we have arrived to the last sections. So no, this is exactly for the next meeting. this task for the next meetings is about write the descriptive text about these pictures. So what this picture tells you about?
It is one of the famous social media, Miss.
Yes. So then,
And then we can make some video.
yes, that's right.
We can add some friends miss from that application.
Yes, good. So this is for the next meeting. I hope you have know how to write the descriptive text exactly and correctly. So that's right. That's all. So do you have any question before we close the meeting today?
Nothing, Miss. Thank you.
Okay,
I
good.
think no, miss.
Okay. So Fikria, how about you?
Wanna ask
Yes. Go
to
ahead.
write the how what the in one text berapa paragraf Miss
About the paragraph. Yeah.
to write the TikTok text.
Yes. I think you can write only two paragraphs. The first is about the identification, and the second paragraph is about the descriptions. Okay. So,
Yes.
anything else?
Oh, I have a question, Miss,
Okay.
about the assignment. What's the how many sentences that we have to include on the each paragraph?
Okay. I think you have at least three sentences. At least three sentences in each paragraph. Okay.
Okay, Miss.
Okay. Is it clear, everyone?
Miss.
Yes.
So in this assignment, we have to write a descriptive text, and for the paragraph is 2 paragraph.
Yes. Yes.
Like that, Miss.
That's it. It's just a little. It's just a little assignment, I think, for you. Yes. Can you do it, guys?
Yes, I can do it, Miss.
Yes, I can do
Okay,
it.
good.
Miss.
Okay, I think this is for today. So thank you for coming. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Have a nice day. Have a nice day, everyone.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.